Yeah, but go ahead. Again. Again. No. Right roll. Let's roll.
Hook right here. Right here, hook. Again. Hook right here.
At 49 years old, Floyd Mayweather appears in recent training footage moving with impressive speed and controlled explosive energy throughout intense gym sessions.
Slide and drop. Punch it, wait till help me go. Drop. Walk it. Pitch it. Six. Punch it. Pitch it.
Short. Double up. Double up.
Watch it. I step back like I have my distance. That's why I step. See, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance. You gotta know your distance.
Floyd Mayweather continues to train hard in camp, still. Looking sharp, fast, precise, and technically refined despite approaching 50 years of age.
Again, touch this down. Hit it.
During training camp, Floyd is frequently seen performing intense jump rope sessions to enhance his speed and strengthen his leg. Johnny Nelson stated that Floyd still looks faster, sharper, and even more powerful than Mike, appearing younger while working the heavy bags inside the ring.
The run craft, it's like me getting in the ring with a 14-year-old kid that doesn't know half as what I know, but he's got the pace, he's got the movement. And even though Floyd's 48, he'll still have more movement and pace than Mike. So then it's going to be, ooh, I want to get him. So to me, it's one of those you want to watch between your eyes. But when I heard, I thought, wow, really? But then you're going up against Floyd Mayweather. This guy was unbeaten as a fighter. He's still physically has ring craft. He still physically can move about the ring and do what he has to do. I think for Mike Tyson, he's going to be very frustrated. He will want to lay a shot on him to get rid of him, but unfortunately, you slow down. Father Time gets the better of us all. And even though I think when it comes to a fan's favourite, I'm quite sure most of the fans would love to see Mike Tyson put Floyd in his place. And that's probably what will be the attraction as well. But you've got to remember, Mike Tyson's 59 years old. You've got to remember, Floyd Mayweather is still hitting the bag in the gym. He's still moving around, even though he's 48 years old. So you've got to remember.
Tony Jeffries pointed out that Floyd's fight with Mike is primarily about massive viewership numbers, believing exhibitions sell big, especially after Mike Tyson's event with Jake Paul drew record-breaking attention.
I'll be able to beat him. I mean, remember when Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao? Like, he waited until Manny got knocked spark out from Marquez, and then he was like, yeah, now's my time to fight him. I just don't believe that Floyd would have fought Mike Tyson if Mike Tyson didn't fight Jake Paul. But Floyd seen that Mike Tyson couldn't hardly walk to the ring. When he got to the ring, he couldn't move around. Jake Paul was running circles around him. And that being said, I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan, like huge, but we see what Floyd's doing here. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get in there with Mike Tyson, who couldn't do anything with Jake Paul. I'm going to get millions of dollars. Well, yeah, I'm up for that. But again, I don't blame Floyd Mayweather for doing this. In boxing, I always say, you know, there's not much money in it for the regular people like me and you if you're a fighter. But for someone like Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson, they were earned absolutely
with both fighters considered living legends. Many believe the clearest objective behind this matchup is financial gain, rather than adding to their legacy.
Tyson exhibition, and then it's going to happen April 25th in Congo. That's the plan right now.
In the Congo? Wait, is Don King part of this? It's in the Congo?
Let's bring him back, right?
Hey, let my people go, baby. Let's get it.
These are the only two living icons, boxing icons. Mike Tyson is an icon. All right, Floyd Mayweather, that's debatable, but Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, that's debate. I mean, by now they're probably icons. Mike Tyson, icon versus icon, in an exhibition effort, you might as well. I want to say this though. If you guys thought Mike Tyson was pulling punches against Jake Paul and that wasn't real, well, he ain't gonna pull no punches against Floyd. Like, that dude has shown that he hated. Remember his faint punch at Floyd?
Wade Clemens commented that watching a legend like Floyd compete at this age feels disappointing to some, as it suggests that money may be the primary motivation.
People that always thought that Floyd Mayweather had financial troubles because of the money he owed to the IRS, because of the terrible, terrible business and you know, real estate investments that he's made, and apparently some of these have gone under, and he is owed back rent, or he is owing back rent, and he is delinquent on a lot of payments for a lot of different things right now. These things seem to have added up for Floyd, and now it's pretty apparent that not only is he doing these, you know, bank robbery style exhibitions, but it looks like he absolutely needs to do it, which is very, very sad. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Floyd Mayweather as an individual outside of the ring, but I never want to see athletes have their money mismanaged or mismanage their own money so badly that they go broke in retirement. And it looks like that's kind of what's happening. And here's a snippet from Business Insider because it made me want to pay for the.
Jeffries also questioned Floyd Mayweather's motivation, suggesting that his return may be driven more by ego than competition. He referenced the massive viewership of the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight, noting that Floyd, known for his pride and love of the spotlight, may not be comfortable being overshadowed. According to Jeffries, this fuels Floyd's desire to reclaim attention and potentially break viewership records, proving he remains a dominant figure in boxing. He emphasized that Floyd thrives on being the center of attention and setting benchmarks, and even briefly stepping out of the limelight can challenge his ego. Jeffries added that the comeback may be less about legacy and more about reaffirming relevance and unmatched drawing power in the sport.
And you if you're a fighter. So we've got to make as much money as we can while we can, and then get out of the sport. But with these two, they're multi-millionaires. And I want to get into the tail of the tape and talk about exactly the records and all of that stuff with it. But first, I just want to say, like, I believe that these are doing this for different things. Mike Tyson is doing it purely for the money. Purely for the money. Floyd is doing it for the money as well, but also I believe Floyd's doing it for that limelight. You've seen the numbers that Mike Tyson, Jake Paul got, and I think this is the most viewed fight of all time. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. I might be wrong in saying that, but I'm sure it was. It was hosted on Netflix. And Floyd's been one in the past with his ego that he wants to just, you know, be in that limelight all the time. And when you're not in the limelight all the time, you want to have that limelight. Floyd's got all of the money in the world.
Ariel Helwani recently discussed potential boxing events, highlighting the uncertainty surrounding several high-profile matchups. He explained that while some figures, including Carl Froch, interpreted certain announcements as confirmations, the situation is more complex. Ariel clarified that he is not involved in organizing or financing these fights and stressed that important details such as dates, venues, and rules remain unclear. Addressing the buzz around Mike Tyson, he noted that after Tyson's exhibition with Jake Paul, public appetite for another similar event may be limited. He suggested that a major matchup immediately following Tyson's fight with Roy Jones Jr. could have been a blockbuster, but the timing after the Jake Paul event may reduce excitement. Ariel also observed that Tyson is nearing 60 and Mayweather has been out of the spotlight for some time, making overall interest uncertain. He added that vague announcements can sometimes be used strategically to test public reaction or attract investors, offering insight into the promotional and business dynamics behind such events.
The likes of Carl Froch viewed that as an endorsement. Like, look, man, I'm just working. It's a big opportunity to be on Netflix. I didn't put the fight together. I'm not paying these guys. So, you know, let's chill out. But all right, I'm not going to poo-poo this. I just don't know what CSI is. And the way it was presented made me think that there was like a secondary press release to come, that they'll be involved in like some sort of like virtual boxing thing. Like it just didn't seem real. You know why it didn't seem real? I'll tell you why. There's no date attached to it. There's no venue attached to it. Forget rules, exhibition, not exhibition, weight. I mean, here's a guy who fought a heavyweight fighting forget all that. These things can get figured out, the fine details. The fact that it was announced, why announce something with no date or location attached to it? You know, trying to get some investors or something like that.
But maybe also testing the waters. If the response was overwhelmingly positive, maybe you go, okay, we move forward. If the response is muted or negative, maybe you go, okay, we're not going to actually do this. You know, you lob it out there as a way to poll the public, and then make an adjustment.
So you don't think it happens?
I do not think it happens. I just don't think there will be enough interest. I know they have huge name value. There's zero after the last performance by Mike Tyson against Jake Paul. I don't think there's going to be interest in seeing Mike Tyson do that again. I think if this match was made on the heels of Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr., I think this would be blockbuster. I think people would be falling over themselves to consume this.